Black Man, Big H's. I'm your boy Jay.
I'm your boy Amity.
I'm your boy, Shinsuke.
The shit's
Nakamura.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Shin got a little tan, bro.
Hey, shout out to shout out to Uzi, man, for making the song Nakamura, man.
That song, I don't even like Uzi, but that song is kind of hard.
But now today we got some of the great women's champions of all time, and we gonna talk about who we feel are some of the, the great champions. You know, there's been a lot of champions from the past, even in this era. Now, it's been a lot in this era, but I'm gonna try to dive back in the past too to enlighten y'all on some of the great champions. So, man, look, this lighting is good though,
Bro.
Natural lighting today, no lamps needed.
So yeah, let's kick it off, man. I'm kicking it off, man.
Go ahead.
One of my favorites. So I'm gonna start from this. How we gonna do it? We gonna do. I don't know how many y'all want to do it.
You like
3 and pop.
I'm gonna start from 3 and go to 1.
Rule of 3.
So one of my top 3 favorite women's champions in WWE history, I'm going with Nikki James as number 3. She clocking in at number 3. I mean, the feud she had with Trish in 06 explains itself. That was a young Nikki up and coming up. And not that many people knew about her, but she made a name for herself, and she went on to become a 6-time women's champion, WWE wise, 3 or 4 like Impact, so she got like 9 total. She one of the great women's champions ever,
like
man.
5-time or something like that. I thought it was up there.
It's like 4. It's like 4 or 5 in TNA, but I know in WWE it's 6. So Nikki James clocking at number 3 for me.
Not to mention, this is with yours still. Not to mention, she's the first women's wrestler who went to another company and still came back and wrestled in the Royal Rumble with that other company's belt.
That's legendary,
With her music from TNA too.
Yes, and that just show you that Triple H ain't like showing no favoritism or nothing. Like Nikki James, a legend.
He let Nakamura go over to Noah for
to
the
Japan. Yeah, so it's like I rock with that. Nikki coming to WWE with the TNA title. And with the music, she a legend, man. First ballot Hall of Famer.
All right, well, for my number 3, I'm doing. She is more of a current superstar, still wrestling. I'm doing Bianca Belair as my number 3.
I'm on my own against the wall. She go crazy. I might have to get that hat with the ponytail on it. That'll go crazy.
I mean, she had over a year-long title reign, had some of the best women's matches in this era, at least in my opinion, and had memorable feuds. And just the way she went about business, the way she just did.
I don't like her mic skills, though. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I don't like her mic skills. That's probably her only.
The mic skills could use a little work.
That's it. Outside of that, she impressive.
But ring ability,
Charlotte though.
But ring ability, Bianca Belair is second to none. Her matches prove it. Her year-long title reign as the Raw Women's Champion proves it. So Bianca Belair.
Can she stay relevant without the championship?
We'll have to see. It's funny because Bianca didn't grow up watching wrestling like us. It's kind of funny when people like dominate in this field.
You can tell she really don't know that much about the business because. I mean, if she did, she'll watch some of the great talkers in history and go and reenact it and try to, become a better promo cutter. Obviously, she ain't do that.
Bro is very critical of Bianca. That's what we do. We criticize. But we also praise.
She cool, though. Yeah. Like, outside of that. But,
bro,
it's all good, man. But I like Bianca, though.
Bianca, my number 3.
Number 3, in terms of my female list,
You go past, present, future.
No, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna just go right out with. I'm not gonna go in order. I'm gonna go with Becky. Becky is the one woman who I feel like
I agree with it.
She revolutionized. She revolutionized the women's division. Like she's the one who did that. When she turned heel in 2018, I don't think no woman was ever that over. Ever.
I don't remember.
And
You're skipping her biggest accomplishment.
what's her biggest accomplishment?
Winning both the Raw and SmackDown Women's title at WrestleMania against Charlotte and Ronda.
I don't even think that's her biggest accomplishment.
First undisputed women's champion.
I don't think that's her biggest accomplishment.
Ronda Rousey, the first woman to do that.
I don't think that's her biggest accomplishment. I think she's the first woman wrestler to go like mainstream. Like when she turned heel, first of all, when she turned heel, like initially, like I don't think I ever seen a woman be that over. Like
Wasn't she also in the first WrestleMania main event too? Wasn't that the main event for that year's WrestleMania?
And they deserve to be there. Like
Seth opened the show, Becky closes the show.
yeah, they deserve to be there. But like Becky is just one of those revolutionary type people. Like it all started now. Women main eventing, you know, pay-per-views or whatever. It ain't no big deal. But back then when Becky was doing it, like, well no, because I think Sasha and Charlotte main evented a pay-per-view before her. But she's the one. She's the biggest female superstar of all time.
Well, for my number 2, I'm gonna follow off you because you just said Becky Lynch. You say because of Becky, right? Basically, you know, the first main event of WrestleMania because of Becky Lynch. Now you seen women just main event.
Yeah, it's no big deal now.
But you forgot to, you know, mention the person that was the reason why these women main event. You forgot to say thank you to the greatest women's champion of all time,
I was gonna get there.
That's my number 2.
I was gonna get there.
Trish Stratus is my number 2 on the great women's championship list. 7-time women's champion. First main event of Monday Night Raw with Lita. I mean, she's been in some of the great, you know, rivalries and feuds over the years. You know, so Trish just, you know, come on, like, there's really not much to be said about Trish.
I'm shocked that wasn't in your number 1.
Nah. You know.
You know his number 1.
Just know.
You know his number 1.
Thank you, Trish. Every single video, I gotta say that because without her, it wouldn't be no Becky. It wouldn't be no Rhea Ripley.
Bro.
Gotta make sure it look baby. Talking about mommy the baddest you ever seen.
Yeah, that he wild for that one.
No,
Comment down below who y'all think is the baddest woman y'all ever seen in wrestling. You know, we had these type of debates.
If it's Rhea Ripley, man, that's crazy.
It can't
She
be.
up that though, but
It
she
can't
ain't
be.
the baddest. But let's get back on topic.
Bro.
All right. My number 2 is I'm going to do Charlotte Flair.
Oh!
Come on, gang.
One of the best oversells.
That was my number 1.
You know, at least somebody selling.
Somebody sell it. All right, go over here. You just, I don't know.
I think
I'm ready to call this video.
Actually, no, fine. I got no, because I have a different one I could use. I have a different one. All right, I'm switching my number 2.
I already ruined it for me. I don't even want to pick her no more. They know now. Now I'm going to switch. I got to switch now. My number 1 was Charlotte, but I'm switching.
Fine, I'll keep Charlotte then, because then I can still use my other one as my number 1.
Yeah.
Long story short, 14-time world champion.
I agree with you, though. That's definitely a great pick.
I mean, what current women's wrestler can you say has held the Raw and SmackDown women's titles a total of 14 times?
0.
Nobody.
It'll never happen again. Nobody thought Trish, the record of 7 would be broken. Now we got 14. And
Charlotte just came in and doubled it.
And Charlotte, if we thinking about it, if we being honest, she really not out of her prime right now. So she's still going to win 2-3 more women's titles and become 16, 17 times. So she's still in the mix of being,
Could be 15 in the future.
They might stop it though when she break. She already broke shot at the women's record, but now they going for Ric Flair. 16 world titles. His daughter gotta have 16 women's titles. So I get it.
I mean, it don't have to be that.
I mean,
once she
but
beat Trish,
it's the legacy though.
Yeah,
Rick lost the title 15 times in order to win it 16 times.
He lost 16 times too.
I mean, yeah, that was after his 16th reign, he lost it. But so, and people still call Rick the greatest of all time. Literally the greatest wrestler of all time.
He up there for sure.
So, I mean, Charlotte ain't in a bad company, man.
Like I said, the title reigns speak for themselves. Was part of the women's revolution, along with Sasha and Becky had that little feud going at the start. And just like I said, her accomplishments speak for herself. So Charlotte Flair.
The Goldie. Well, I'm gonna go with somebody who constantly get disrespected, week in, week out.
Like how he disrespected Brown, didn't let him do his number 2.
Oh, he was going this way. My bad.
It's all good. So
Maybe it's because you threw me out when you picked my person.
So I had Becky number 3. Now, for me, I got Becky number 3 because I have a couple wrestlers that I think are better than her. Just a couple. I think I'm gonna go with Sasha.
That's interesting. Because
What the hell? Alright, you break it, that's your bread. But
the way you downplay the boss.
That was my number 1.
Oh, Sasha.
What the
Well,
hell?
see, now you know how I feel.
so
It's boss time.
I'm going Sasha because even though I just don't think she's fine. I don't think that's disrespecting her.
It is, because she bad.
No, she not. But that's
Alright.
but still. In ring she like that. Like
One of the best, man. Mercedes
No,
Money.
I tried to come off. I thought I was gonna fall.
I thought you was too. Just now. For a minute, you went back.
When I went back, I felt my entire
weight.
weight.
Shot at my man's kneecap.
So I'm going with Sasha or Mercedes Moné.
Yes.
Probably Mercedes Elite pretty soon.
Someone
So
Mercedes.
Currently out on injury with a broken ankle.
She ain't John Morrison.
she might elevate the AEW women's division pretty soon. She have to go over there.
It's crazy,
His
the
name
women-
is called Johnny TV over there.
Yeah, everything is just Johnny, bro. Like it's
Well, bro.
Johnny and then something else.
Well, bro.
Yeah, Johnny, whatever company he works for.
But like
Yeah.
Sasha definitely. I mean, look, the AEW women's division actually to me not that bad. I mean, you know, she definitely would elevate it though because
Yeah.
that's she. But
I didn't say it was bad. I just said it'd be elevated.
that'd be cool having her and the person that she broke her spine, Paige or Soraya. That'd be cool to have them over there going at it.
Yeah. So I think that's my number 2. Man.
Number 2.
So I think she up there though. One of the best female performers I've ever seen.
Yes, sir. I'd like to hear that from you, man.
Yeah, bro. I just don't think she's fine, bro. It's okay, bro. I don't mean I can't respect your in-ring work. I don't think you're
I'd
fine.
like to hear that. But nah, so it's me now. Yeah, it's on me. I ain't interrupting nobody else's pick, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So like I was saying, before he stole the queen from me, I got somebody who was also an underrated women's champion. She's the longest reigning SmackDown women's champion in SmackDown history. I'm going with Bayley, the role model. That's my number 1. And I say that because Bayley is, as much as Becky Lynch been the top star, Charlotte Flair, multiple time champion, Sasha Banks always in the limelight, but then Bayley just never really get the respect she deserved until she turned heel, became SmackDown champion, and just ran it. I remember at one point her and Sasha was tag team champions, and she was the SmackDown champion at the same time. So
Sasha was Raw
Women's
champion, and she was, and they had to tag. They was
dominating. Like I've never seen that from 2 females. So
2 woman power trip.
Yeah, that was crazy. So and I think I know a lot of people respect Bayley and what she do, but I feel like she ain't really getting that credit from the WWE because constantly she got screwed by Bianca. Bianca just beat her every single time.
Is that being screwed if she just beat her every time?
I mean, I felt like Bayley was hot though at that point, coming off the injury.
Yeah, she did have damage control.
Destroyed Becky and put her out for months.
Yeah.
And then she still lost twice. I'm like, okay, this is disrespect. Then I'm like, okay, look, Money in the Bank 2023. Bayley won it before. This could be her, ticket to get back to superstardom. That got took from her too.
Bro.
But yeah, man, I'm going with Bayley as my number 1. Man, that might be a controversial pick for some people might think, but
Yeah, cause she ain't in terms of the 4 horsewomen, she would be
the least one.
Yeah,
but the least one always be the better one somehow.
Bro.
Even though out of the 4, she definitely the least talented one because Charlotte is the greatest in-ring performer for women of all time. Sasha Banks and Becky are 2 of the best technical wrestlers. And Bayley's just cool,
Yeah.
But I liked her title runs. Every title run she had been entertaining too. Like she was never a boring champion. So the role model, man.
Alright, my number 1
Number 1.
has gone a little left field.
Well, I know mine is safe.
And no, it's not AEW before you say this.
Nah, I mean the women's. I wouldn't expect you to pick nobody.
I'm going a little bit more recent. and a little bit more crazier.
AJ Lee.
Yes.
AJ Lee, that's not
When he said crazy, that's just that's what I was thinking.
No, AJ Lee was actually that's actually a good pick. That's a good pick.
One of the most memorable Divas champions that I can remember.
That was a good pick.
Her match at WrestleMania 30 with basically the entire
the
women's
the
division.
whole women's roster, yeah.
And won. Who can say they went into a title match and beat the whole women's division in one night at WrestleMania? No one can say that.
That's unreal.
Literally, no one can say that.
And where she came from, AJ Lee started on the game show NXT.
Exactly.
And just generic, and she made her way to Monday Night Raw constantly. Yeah, she had one of them grinding. She grinded to the championship.
Not to mention, she had one of the most brutal submission holds. You
Black
get stuck
Widow.
in the Black Widow,
Yes,
you're done.
It was the athleticism, the way she hit the Hurricane Rana, and then she just it's so.
Yeah.
You get hooked in that, you ain't getting out.
AJ was impressive. I was overly hurt that she retired in 2015.
She retired when she wasn't even 30. I don't
Yeah,
think.
she was probably close to it, but
I think it was
she was
due
in her
to,
prime.
it was due to neck injury, so that's kind of the reason.
I thought she was like trying to have a family or something.
No, it was neck injury.
Mm.
Although I will give her credit, successful author, is a commentator.
Such wanted to do UFC, so she couldn't be thinking about her family.
Just because he ain't gotta do nothing. He just gotta.
But successful author, one of the commentators on Women of Wrestling, big name over there. Yeah.
Yeah. But
So
that is like
it's a strictly women's show.
Okay.
Wow,
I
wrestling.
might check that out. It's on YouTube.
No, it's actually on TV. I forgot what channel. I'll have to, when I find out.
I like AJ Lee. I want to see what she doing, and see if she constantly, going upward. But yeah, I like AJ Lee as a pick. That's a good one.
Y'all ready for my pick?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Who's the greatest woman wrestler of all time?
The greatest women's wrestler of all time?
Yes, sir.
It's a lot. I'm going to say Oscar, though.
That's my pick. Oscar, the greatest woman wrestler of all time. Come on, man.
No, I agree with you. I've never seen somebody like Oscar as far as striking ability, technicality.
I've never seen a woman. I think she better than a lot of dudes.
Yeah, she is.
Like, she just go crazy. And I like.
And when you impressed that much by somebody, I know they got it.
Well, when I say they better than
When
dudes.
you just overly impressed, like.
Yeah, she like that. Like, I remember when she was beating people, like, quick.
Yeah,
Like-
she was undefeated.
But then, even with her undefeated streak, she was still putting on great matches. Like, Asuka is the greatest woman wrestler I've ever seen. I've seen Becky, Charlotte, Trish, Lita. And I'm taking, in terms of in-ring work, I'm taking Asuka over all of them.
Like it. That's not really that arguable either, because it's not that many great technical wrestlers I can think of besides Natalya that's really on the level. But I don't even think Natalya on that level of wrestling like Asuka.
Bro, I
See,
think
She's the only woman that can say this. She's the only woman to ever win the Money in the Bank ladder match. And the match, or in the briefcase, wasn't even a contract, it was a
for the
title.
Yeah, it was for the Raw Women's title, so that's
The
crazy.
easiest cash in ever done. They didn't even have to do anything.
Just you won the title. That's crazy.
bro, that's because Seth Rollins ended Becky Lynch.
And she came back better than ever. That's crazy.
Bro. But like I said, Asuka's the greatest woman wrestler of all time.
Did
Y'all
you-
might disagree.
Didn't you make a comment a while back that said Seth just screwed over a lot of people or something?
No, I said, what did I say?
There's someone involved in Seth pulling out or something.
Oh yeah, I said Roman pulled out of WrestleMania. Dean Ambrose pulled out of WWE, but Seth didn't pull out of Becky.
Hope we don't get demonetized for that one,
And
but
you asked, what was he?
Nonetheless, before we end the video, I just want to throw out me an honorable mention.
Go crazy.
Why you just say that though?
You said, I said go crazy.
You had to say that?
He asked me about it. He threw me a ooh.
Okay. Well,
But it's true though.
I'm going to go with an honorable mention, man. You know, there's been a lot of great women's champions over the years. But I'm going to go with a title reign that I actually, it wasn't that bad of a title reign, And I'm going to go with Liv Morgan. Like, I don't think her title reign was bad. It was an underdog moment. She won the Money in the Bank, cashed in, had a great moment, beat Ronda twice. And she had some good matches for the championship. So I feel like they kind of pulled the plug on Liv a little too quick.
How long was she champion?
She was only champion for a few months. I think like 3.
And then she lost to Ronda, right?
Nah,
wasn't she injured?
yeah, I think she did lose it back to Ronda. She did lose it back to Ronda. That's what made Ronda a 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion. So,
okay.
But I enjoyed, the underdog run of Liv Morgan. I'm not saying she one of the best champions ever, but she had a good run when she had the title.
She been proving. She's been proving that she's
definitely coming.
Been getting better since the beginning, since the Riot Squad days.
Yeah, she definitely a main focal point now.
It's crazy because she only like 27.
Yeah, she's still going. She still got a lot of time.
For my 2 quick memorables, this is where I'm going left field, aka left promotion.
Kenny Omega.
For women's wrestlers?
Call him a woman.
I'm going with Jamie Hayter and Dr. Britt Baker.
Jamie Hayter, my
DMD.
favorite. She my favorite AEW female right now, Jamie Hayter.
Hopefully she comes back soon. Left out injured at Double or Nothing,
I'll rock with her.
which was upsetting. But yeah,
DMD, Britt Baker cold too.
both of them are 2 of the mainstays in the women's division that make it what it is.
Yeah, I want to see Britt Baker come back to WWE. Not when she got destroyed by Nia Jax, but
We don't talk about
okay, that didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
So
Just like Roman didn't debut until 2020. We ain't talking about that.
We just gonna forget about the Shield and all that. Okay. So yeah, but no, I like Britt Baker too. She actually looked like a star to me. Like she looked like somebody who you could put in that forefront and be a multiple-time women's champion over. So
And give her credit. Wrestler by night, or dentist by day, wrestler by night.
Yeah.
One of the few women's wrestlers that have 2 trades that are both successful.
And she rocking out with one of the great, in-ring performers around the world, Adam Cole, Dave Ace, his favorite wrestler. So, got an honorable mention for us, man. Or that's all you got?
No, I'm a
Naomi.
She's not really a wrestler to me. You know that though, gang. I'm gonna go with Victoria.
Okay, you did mention Victoria to me earlier off camera.
Yeah,
I
Victoria.
really like Victoria.
So like when it comes, because before the women's division was like what it is now, there were only a select few of women wrestlers. There was Trish, there was Lita, there was Mickey James, and I put Victoria in there.
I ain't let you mess with it. Yeah.
Bro, she had it. Like she had some stuff. And I feel like she was a women's champion a few times.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm gonna go with. I don't think people understand. Like I don't ever hear people give Victoria her flowers. Not rewatch some stuff on
Yeah, and it's because as good as Victoria was, and she was women's champion, she wasn't a forefront woman back then.
Right.
She was just always under the radar. She was good, but she was never.
Right, like a Trish or a Mickey, all that, yeah. So Victoria was underrated to me.
And I know we didn't mention a lot of women. I actually just thought about 6 more while you was just talking, but we'll save it for a part 2.
Comment down below if you want us to do a part 2. Comment down below if you agree or disagree with our picks.
Yeah.
Who's y'all favorite woman wrestler of all time? My favorite women's wrestler of all time is Asuka. Let y'all know that right now.
I got Charlotte.
I got AJ Lee.
So yeah, until the next video, man, I'm your boy, Morrow.
I'm your boy, Anthony.
Money making jam, we out.